So Phoenix, they go out there, they trade a bunch of assets, draft picks, good quality players, Cam Johnson, Bridges for Kevin Durant. They go all in on Kevin Durant. They get knocked out in the second round by the Denver Nuggets. I know they tied the series up at 2, but really no one ever believed that they were going to win that series. At least I did. Even at 2-2, Game 5 in Denver. Denver washed them in the last 2 games. As currently constructed right now, yes, you in essence move Chris Paul for Bradley Beal, and you look at the construction of your team right now, you have a very top-heavy team with Durant, Booker, Beal, and Ayton. I would compare the Suns to someone who just misuses a credit card and just hasn't learned from their mistakes. Like currently going on in our country, economics in here, currently going on in our country, despite the fact that we're supposed to be in a quote-unquote recession, people are spending just insane amounts of money. It's like, hold on, I thought that we were in a recession. The job rates did go up. Jobs did go up though last month. That was very quietly reported, but the unemployment rate did go down last month. But anyway, we're supposed to be in a recession and with inflation, the whole bit, but people are just spending ridiculous amounts of money. How? Well, credit cards. It's simple. And credit card debt is at an all-time high. And I look at the Suns, again, like a team that just misuses that credit card. Instead of maybe only having one credit card instead of 3 or 4 that you max out, just having one and paying the bill on that one after each and every month. You let the interest, you let your bills, you only pay a certain amount on it, let the interest pick up, and next thing you're like $10,000 to $15,000 in credit card debt, which a lot of Americans are right now. So the Suns go all in on Durant. Right now, they go all in on Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal's contract, he has 4 years left, $207 million. Now, for a second, I'm going to put aside the luxury tax, the new CBA, the second apron. I'm not going to not so much bore you, but I'm not even going to go all into those details because the Suns actually won't be affected by that immediately. They actually have a year. That's one of the reasons why they were able to make this deal, because they're not a repeater in terms of the luxury tax. They're not in that repeater mode. So they won't have to deal with that. They won't have to pay the tax on that right now. Soon, in a couple of years, but not right now. And they're in win now mode as it is. But the bottom line is you better hit on a DeAndre Ayton trade. That's the only way that this even remotely makes sense. If you trade DeAndre Ayton for forget about draft picks, trade him for 2 or 3 players that can help you win right now. Rotation players, shooters, 3-and-D guys to fill out the rest of your roster. It's the only way that this trade even remotely makes sense. What did we just witness in this past NBA Finals? Right, Heat culture, Denver taking some lumps, going through a process of yes, they have Jokic, who's all-time great. They have Jamal Murray, who's an all-star, all-NBA caliber player. Yes, we understand that, but those guys were drafted and developed, and they picked up some nice pieces. They made the right trades. They did it the right way. And we saw it with Milwaukee a couple years ago. Last year, Golden State is Golden State. Like, we know how they were built. We know how they were built in terms of how drafting and developing players. Draymond Green was a second-round pick. No one thought Klay Thompson was going to be as good to be a future Hall of Famer. And Curry's Curry. So it's not like listen, in today's NBA right now, you cannot ring chase if you're a franchise. Ring chasing only works for players who are veteran players trying to get with a team like Denver or a team like Miami or a team like Boston. That may work for those guys, for those players. It does not work for a franchise.